Let's see some examples of supervised learning. In the beginning, I will introduce you a very simple and popular algorithm called the k-nearest neighbors. This is a type of supervised learning, and we usually use it for classification tasks. K-nearest neighbors, also called KNN. I'll give a brief introduction to principle of KNN. So in this chart, you see it's a two-dimensional coordinates. And you can see some squares and some circle. So each of them represent a data point, and they all belong to they all come from a same data set. So as we said for supervised learning, it's all of the data has are labeled data. So in here, it also shows it's labeled data because circle means one category and square means another category. So they belong to two different categories. Now, if we have a new data coming, for example, it's here. So it's when new data come in. So how we predict which category it should belong to. Do you think it's belong to circle or it's belong to square? Now, KNN algorithm are useful in this case. So k nearest neighbor. So first we should know what is k. K means you select the amount of data points. So k could be any number, more than zero. It can be one or two or three or four, any. It means we choose k amount of nearest data points with this new data point. For example, new data point is here. And now it's a new data point. We don't know which categories it belong to. So if we choose k equal to 1, then we find the only one nearest data points with this new data. So we find a circle data point. So in this case, we can vote. We vote that this new data should belong to circle because the nearest data point with the new data is circle. So we vote and we think the new data should belong to circle. And if we choose k equal to 3, and it means we find the 3 nearest data points with new data. So we find the 2 circle and the 1 square, 2 circle and the 1 square, and then we vote for the new data should belong to circle. And k can be any number. We can choose also can choose 5, and we'll find the 5 nearest data point. We find the 2 circle and the 3 square. So then we vote this new data should belong to circle or square category. So in here, the nearest when we calculate when we say nearest, we means the distance. We use the Euclidean distance to get the distance of data of the distance between two data points. So first we can put them in the coordinates. And so for this algorithm, the first we need to figure out how to select the correct k value, how to choose the correct k, because when k changed, the result also changed, and you have confused about it. You may ask, does this algorithm really can solve our problems? Because you may think it's too easy, right? First, we get the distance between new data and old data, and find the closest nearest k amount of data points, and then we vote. We vote the category or classification for this new data, and there's the result based on the voting. You may ask, is it really reasonable? So, in order to remove your concern, I will give you a real world example and apply KNN algorithm on that. Let's see.